Hello YouTubers, it's your old buddies Mike and Richie out at the flying field. It's May 4th, is it not?
Yeah, it's May 4th.
Yeah, low overcast here, no lift, dead air, little, well, no lift, little tiny breeze going. But spring has sprung here in Western Mass. It went directly from winter into spring, like in a week. Unbelievable. And we're out here today playing around with an old timer. I know you guys have not seen this one before, and this is one I resurrected from the inactive fleet. Last flown about 25 years ago. I'll give you a clue. Yes, Goldberg ELECTRA from Carl Goldberg Models. This is I think it's about a 7-foot span. One of the first electric powered model airplanes on the market. This thing came in a box. It's a balsa wood kit, and you have to build it and cover it yourself. But it came in the box with a dune buggy electric motor, one of those old, I think they called them like a 540 can motor or something, big brushed motor. There was no such thing as an electronic speed controller at the time, so you would hook up a great big toggle switch to a servo and just turn the motor on and off. And that was all run by a 6 or 7 sub-C NICAD pack, weighed about 1.5 pounds. So the thing was always a lead sled. Good flyer, but a lead sled. And I understand what this is actually a structurally beefed up Goldberg Gentle Lady, but beefed up spar, because it weighs, or in its original stock form, it would weigh about 1.5 pounds more than a stock Gentle Lady. So I took it out of the inactive fleet. We put a brushless motor in there, a Banggood motor. You wouldn't believe how inexpensive that thing is. It's got pretty good torque with this 6.3 prop. That's a 2612 motor, 2450 kV, and that's a 6.3 park flyer prop. And that's enough to take this thing up. You know, it's not a skyrocket, but it'll get up there. And when you shut it down, it glides real nice. Now, everything on this plane is lighter than what it used to be, and it used to have a full complement of Futaba S28 servos, weighed a ton. Now, well, we still have the S28s, but instead of being way back here, they're up in the nose now, as far forward as possible, and we're using those for ballast as much as anything. And we've got a nice little Spectrum receiver there, 2.4 gig with a satellite, so it's got super range. 30 amp speed controller, again from Banggood, and I'll put the links in the text description if you want to go take a look at that equipment. It's super inexpensive, and I've had great luck with it. The speed controller is exactly, but without the brand name on it. It's a Hobby Wing 30 amp speed controller, fully programmable. What I'm flying this with is a 2-cell 1300 LiPo pack. Does a nice job, gets it up there, one really good climb up to altitude. So let's put it in there. I'll send it around the field a couple times. Richie, you want to hold the camera?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, gang. Richie on the camera. Switch on.
Richie Spielberg.
That's the guy. I had a little piece of foam rubber. I don't see it. Oh, this will work. Yeah, I'd say full 1.5 pounds lighter than what it used to be. S28's up in the nose, but now they're there mainly for ballast. All right, here we go. Once around the field. Alright, here's a little video we shot the other day, some air-to-air footage of this airplane from my buddy Tim's drone. Check it out. Thanks for watching. Alright, and cut.
And
okay, here we go with the hand launch. There's no audio track to this recording, and so Richie and I are going to do a voiceover, right Rich?
that's right, Mike.
Yeah, baby. So this is our flying field. You guys have seen this in a lot of our capacitor plane videos and whatnot. And in fact, this is where Richie lost his Dakota to that flyaway on the maiden flight.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you can see why we have a lot of problem. We don't fly a whole lot of free flight. When we get up a little higher here, you can see the area surrounding our flying field is nothing but trees.
Oh, it's only 2 or 3 acres probably.
Yeah, it's a small field.
Maybe 4.
They're all big trees around there.
It used to be a dump.
Well, yeah.
A landfill.
Well, even before it was the town dump, it was a granite quarry.
Yeah.
And in fact, that was a great big hole in the ground. When I was a kid, they were filling it in as a landfill, and it was the town dump. Since then, it's been...
Every Saturday morning, we'd load up the car and the truck with the trash and bring everybody in town. That's where you'd bring it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, here we are, bumping up against that 300-foot level probably. The old Electra chugging its way up the valley. And these videos are shot by my friend Tim Pelletier, who has a really nice drone that he built. And I'm just really amazed at the quality of the video, how steady it is. It's like this is on a tripod or something. It's beautiful.
It looks just like when I'm in my jetpack following it.
You're not kidding, boy.
Yeah.
A little quieter though.
Yeah.
And climb and continue to climb. You can see the stream down there. There used to be just a kind of a wet, swampy kind of area down the middle of that valley there. And since they outlawed beaver trapping, you know, it's turned into ponds again. Here's a view all around. A lot of woods, huh, gang? That peak way up on the horizon there, that was Mount Monadnock, all the way in New Hampshire. And as we turn left here, there's a little peak out there, that little knob. That's the last point in Munson and the highest point called Peaked Mountain. So Connecticut's right on the other side of that. We're looking across the entire extent of the state of Massachusetts, north to south, in this shot. Yeah, way out on the horizon there, that one peak way out there, that's Mount Monadnock in Keene, New Hampshire. Not bad.
Yeah. This area has a population of around 9,000 people.
Yep. Yeah, and about half a dozen model airplane builders.
Yeah.
That's about it. Now, back in the valley there, well, we missed it, but town of Munson is in that valley, and up the other way looking to the north is the town of Palmer.
I flew rubber jobs here when I was a kid, right after they filled in the dump and planted grass.
Yeah, and you were the first guy to go up there with a lawnmower and cut in
I was.
a model airplane runway.
I was.
Yeah.
Me and Murph.
Well, you can see on the back of that trailer there behind the truck, that's a John Deere rider mower. The guys had, this time, had just finished mowing the runway out there.
Yeah. Yeah, they do a good job.
They do a great job. This field, because there are some neighbors in the back, which you can't really see, but behind the tree line there's a few homes that are fairly close, so we limit it to electric powered airplanes only at this particular field. Richie and I put up a slope soaring flight with this Electra Motorglider the other day. Last Sunday, wasn't it? Sunday afternoon, I think. Anyway, tremendous lift in front of the mountain near town with a rare east wind. We launched the airplane. It was up into the lift zone within about 30 seconds to a minute. Shut down the speed control, stopped the propeller, and then we took turns past the transmitter back and forth. Checked the clock at the end. It was about a 45-minute flight. Just driving it back and forth in front of the hill. This airplane really has a nice flat floating glide. The little motor setup is enough to take it up there, but it's a slow climb. But once it's up there, it's a very small prop. There's not much drag, and man, does it glide nice and flat. 100% better than in its original form with the big NICAD pack and the dune buggy RC motor, all that stuff.
That was some fine slope soaring.
Yeah.
I got sick of flying the thing.
Yeah. Well, gang, that's the end of this video. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you later.
Yeah.